was exhausted of seeing videos from creators claiming to earn so much money on YouTube while I was earning virtually nothing from my channel, even though I had the same amount of views and subscribers. Until recently, I genuinely thought that these creators were lying. But I then decided to truly search everything I could about how the ins and outs of how YouTube really works, the magical algorithm. And that's when I realized that in 5 years of YouTube, I have done everything wrong. Every mistake possible, I broke every rule in the book. So I have now tested every single strategy and tried everything I could, from changing niche to promotion tactics and more. So I'm going to make the most out of my failure and teach you how to do things right. So please do not post your next video or your first video before watching this. Seriously. But first, hi, if you're new to the channel, welcome! I am Moonsugar Cake and I have a wholesome games channel where I play live stream games like Infinity Nikki, Starsen Island, Witchbrook, and more. Here on this secondary channel, however, I wanted to share my art, world building projects, and also help other aspiring content creators to succeed with their faceless YouTube channels. And today, I'll be giving you the entire secret sauce, because secrecy only benefits the ones on the top. Let's start with the first thing you should do. Choose the right niche. Certain niches in YouTube generate more income than others because they have higher CPM, and I mean much higher. For example, gaming niche is one of the worst niches you could possibly pick, and that is because gaming has a very low CPM. So when deciding your niche, first have a look at the top-rated niches with the highest CPM. Think about the content that caters to a slightly older audience, ideally from 30 to 50 years old. Here is a table with some of the best niches you could pick. You could select a few and try to think what problems you could solve within these topics. Think about supply and demand and search other similar channels doing similar content, and then pick the best niche for you. Also, it doesn't matter if your audience is from 30 to 50 years old. What matters is that your niche is considered 30 to 50 years old. So if you have a gaming channel like I do, if you look at my audience, it is mostly 24 to 35 years old. But the gaming category itself is considered younger. So in the end, my CPM is record low. Also, a small note about this topic: you want to make content for adults, but do not swear or touch political topics or anything like that, because that can ruin your chances of obtaining sponsorships in the future. So think ahead before you publish your content. If you already have a niche and an established audience, then perhaps you can keep the niche and just adapt it slightly. Branch out a little bit, test the waters slowly. If you do have a niche but you do not have an audience, then take this opportunity to change your niche completely to something more profitable that you still enjoy. Don't be afraid to change. If things are not working, it's time to head into a new direction. Moving on is something that I really wanted to talk about: content frequency. I know many creators say, oh, just be consistent, post every day all the time. But I believe that your content frequency can and should change depending on your goal at the moment. Think of your YouTube life split into different stages. As a seedling, your channel will be on its foundation stage, where you'll be honing your skills, getting used to speak publicly, and edit videos properly. Here you should be experimenting with everything: content length, frequency, niche. Just test and do everything you think of. Once you properly learn the ropes, you want to promote growth. Spread word as much as possible and put your channel in front of as many eyes as possible. Follow trends, set trends, chase viral content. Here you will be posting a little bit more frequently than the ideal. This is just to be constantly on people's minds and shows that you're putting effort and taking it seriously. Later, once you've reached a more comfortable stage for you, you want to establish your value. You will go back to a comfortable content frequency, and that depends from person to person, and fully focus on doing quality, perfect content. If you'd like tips on how to grow your channel, please let me know and I can make a video on this topic in more detail. Now, before we continue, let me introduce the sponsor of today's video. The sponsor for today's video is you. These videos take a lot of time and effort to make, so if you'd like to support my work, consider joining Patreon or checking my Vision. And if you don't have any to spare, that's okay. Just watching my videos, subscribing, liking, commenting helps so much. Not to mention it's also free. Then there are a few things that you should do before, during, and after your video is posted to increase your potential income as well. Do not underestimate the importance of visual identity. Having a brand is crucial to make people remember you. Viewers will subscribe and come back because of a myriad of reasons, but a very common one is that they feel grateful that you helped or entertained them, so they come back for more. But if they watch your video and they can't even tell it was you, how will they come back? So you need to make people be able to recognize you. Everyone craves real connections, and if you have a faceless channel like me, then it's even more important that you nail this step before starting out. Next thing you need to do is learn how to make a proper thumbnail and title. I know this is obvious, okay, hold on, but it's a very easy to misunderstand this step. For example, I used to write my titles thinking about the search keywords that people could put in. But the reality is that your title is not for searching, it's for connecting. You want to speak to people's curiosity, show them that there is value in clicking your video. Your thumbnail and title can be incredibly simple as long as it's effective. Think about, for example, this versus this. You can also use tools online to analyze your title to see how effective it is. It usually recommends you to use emotional words that can create impact or connection with something that is relatable to the viewer. For the keywords and hashtags and more, you can use the description of your video and leave the title to spark curiosity. And next is one of the biggest mistakes I've done. Make long videos. Please, seriously, YouTube is not TikTok and it really wants you to make long-form content. I'm sure you have heard of the 10 minutes rule, where all videos need to be at least 10 minutes long to be properly monetized. But it's not that simple, and often nobody really explains why, so I will. Essentially, the longer your videos, the more ads YouTube can place. And that's important not only to improve your ad revenue, but mostly to improve your RPM. RPM determines how much money you're getting per view. So not only you are duplicating your ad revenue for displaying double the ads, but you're also getting more from the video overall, as you can see on my own videos here. Of course, nothing's that easy, and just making videos 20-30 minutes long is not enough to guarantee its success. You also need to keep your viewers engaged for all that time, because the engagement percentage also affects your RPM. So do not extend the duration on purpose just to make it super long if you can't provide value for that amount of time. Only have as a goal to have at least 10 minutes long video. Not only that, but it's also important to insert breaks into your videos as a breathing space. And this is because starting from 2025, YouTube is now putting ads on its own discretion. And the method it does that is by identifying small moments in your video where there is no speech. So things like titles, breaks, close-ups make all the difference for a better ad placement. If you're a streamer, then posting your VODs in your separate channel is ideal. You can even premiere your VOD so viewers can watch it together on YouTube and chat between themselves. Now, for some smaller tips that don't affect your income directly but can impact it over time is, first, remind people to like and subscribe. I know, I hate it as well. It feels like I'm back to my teenage years working retail, but unfortunately, people do in fact forget to like and subscribe. As you can see, I used to have 90% of my viewers to be unsubscribed. I spent 2 months asking people to subscribe, and this number has already gone down to 75%, which is crazy if we think about it. When you work with something and you know the ins and outs, it's easier to appreciate others' efforts. So for us content creators, it's second nature to like, subscribe, and drop a comment at other creators that we enjoy watching and supporting. But for a portion of the viewers who don't know much about the BTS of our work, can easily forget to do these things, not because they don't appreciate you or don't support you, but it's simply not part of their day-to-day. Also, make sure to create a network for your videos. In each video you post, make sure to mention other videos, playlists, and live streams you've made, and link up everything using cards, end cards, the description, and also the pinned comments. This is super important because YouTube wants to know not only how much viewer retention you have a video, but also how much viewer retention you have in your channel overall. So for example, if someone watches your video and at the end of the video they click to watch another video of yours, or even better, a playlist, that will raise your engagement numbers significantly and indirectly resulting in a higher RPM, which again is something that increases the amount of income that you will get per view. Another very important thing I wanted to mention is communication. Community is the whole point of content creation. You create content to someone, and that someone should be all that matters to you. You want to help them, guide them, entertain them, befriend them. This is a work that requires you to give. So give, be there, participate, reply to comments, be kind to others, and this way you will find your people, I promise you. People who share the same interests as you, the same humor, and by being yourself, being genuine, you will build your community over time. This is something that cannot be rushed. This will take time, but that's how you nurture a proper good community. Lastly, it's my biggest mistake. Do not underestimate the power of data. If you already started posting videos on your channel, then open up the analytics and eat that up. I'm serious. Check the RPM and CPM of each and every video. Write down what was the view count, revenue, audience age, audience country of residence, everything. I'll leave my Notion and Google spreadsheet on my VGen linked down below if you want to use that as well. It's completely free, there is no catch. I just want to give you some homework so you can start analyzing and testing with your own content to make sure it works out the best way possible. It's common to find other creators who are promising these miracle solutions that works for everyone. Like YouTube is not like that. Content creation is not like that. There is not a single solution for everything and for everyone. You need to find out what works for you. And the only person that can truly do that is yourself. You will need to do your part and figure this out, but I hope that the contents of this video and my spreadsheet can help you analyze that better and break it down better so you can visualize what is the future for you. And these are the main tips I have to increase your potential income from YouTube, in case you're already monetized. If you're not monetized yet, make sure to like and subscribe because I will be posting tons of tips and sharing my experience of my YouTube journey so far to help you not make the same mistakes that I've done, and hopefully you have an easier head start. Also, I thought it would be cute and wholesome if we did a support chain. So comment down below what is your channel or your plans to make one and what it's about, and let's like, follow, and support each other. I know the grind can burn us out, guys, but don't give up. Second best time is now. You got this. Keep going. I believe in you and in your dreams. Thank you so much for watching and see you on the next one.
Ryan Little. Listen.